Well, right here, this is exactly what you would see if you went onto our ETT site. And some of you might have the address. If not, I'm quite sure they'll put it up in the chat. But this talks about what we're going to be doing for the holiday season. And as you can see by the calendar, starting next week, Monday, we're going to go all the way until 2020, January 4th, is when we will resume our presentations and training. And you'll be able to see that also on the ETT site and the Surge app. See, that Surge app is something that you can use to send out videos, invite people to hear the presentation. But even though we're taking a break as far as having this regularly scheduled programming, we don't want you to take a break. This is still the pre-launch. We will be sporadically shooting watch parties that we'll be putting up on Facebook, and we want you to do the same. See, all these videos are archived. You can find them on YouTube under Rick Reese. So even if you're sitting around eating some pumpkin pie or whatever you're doing during the holidays, you can pull this up on your computer and just go to YouTube and show it to the people in your family, friends who are visiting from the holiday. So don't feel that just because we're taking a break from our scheduled programming that you should too. We want you to feel free to also call us and do three-ways, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to continue to show this presentation as many times and as often as we can as we move into 2020. So we just wanted to share that little bit with you, and I'm going to turn it back over to you, Rick.
Yeah, thanks, Brenda. You know, we never stop. We just keep going. And so, but this is the schedule, and I realize we never stop. And the reason is 2020 vision, 10,000 financially free families, and it's going to be interesting because the company is going to be dripping and announcing on what the new program looks like, and so we're just excited for that. So, just a little training. New member orientation. If you've got new people that have come on board, definitely send them to the ETT site and the Getting Started tab, where they can get some basic information. And what I love about it is that we're automating the training as much as possible, so that a person that wants to learn, like Melinda, you are just amazing. You know, she went through and Getting Started, and you know, it's nice when people are motivated and can just learn as much or as little as they want. And that's one of the great things about this as an opportunity. Now, of course, we've got the weekly webinar schedule, and based on what you just, Brenda just covered, you know, we'll be picking that up, but we've got the watch party videos, and so we just never stop. And we'll have some Spanish presentations also that you can replay with the watch party as well. So we just keep going. Now, I'm going to be sharing something about attraction, the law of attraction and vision. And, you know, we've heard this before, but I'm just going to go into a little more detail. What I love about our company is that the pre-launch package, it includes, as Mariano mentioned, the travel agency and the vortex. And 2020 is going to be your year and to create wealth for your family, generational wealth. And I truly believe that we are in the right place at the right time. As Mariano mentioned, the travel agency and the vortex for $99.95, and getting in position right now, I think it's huge. And I believe, this is me, I believe with what we have right here, without anything else coming, and we know there's something else big coming, this is huge. You know, we have made $1 million plus on just number one, the travel agency, by itself. And that has made several millionaires in this company. And with the vortex, that's huge. Personally, I believe that's the biggest thing that we have right here on the table. Well, why do you say that, Rick? Because Expedia, 85 billion, folks, in 2019. People booking online in 2019, 2018, $762 billion. And we have this vortex that puts us in that same space. And that's why you hear me talking about organizations and churches and being able to listen to identify customer problems Yes, Melinda, go ahead and send her fundingbytravel.com, because if people can see it, they can see it. And it's so important to be able to listen to people. Just listen. What are their needs, wants, and desires? You know, what's the problem? Do they want to make more, travel more, save more? Are they looking for a career opportunity, fundraising, business travel? I want us to be flexible, you know, to know our product, to listen to the need, and basically, are you part-time, full-time, or big-time, as we're listening to the problems that we see out there. Our process doesn't change. So even during this period where we're not showing the formal presentations, still go ahead and go through your list, and it's a list. Increase the names on that list, and then we're here to three-way to see, okay, how do we want to get information to them? So Melinda, when you send her the information on the funding by travel, ask her what she likes best. We're here to talk to her to answer any questions that she may have. And we want to just basically send them the information based on what they need. And then we're here to do three ways. We love this, folks. Include us. And so we can do three ways and talk to whomever you may have. You are the trusted source. We come in as the expert to answer their questions, and we're professional closers. We're going to ask them to join the team. And if they're ready to go, we go. If not, we just keep going. We just keep dripping on them. But we love this. Ziegler said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to get started to be great. And we know this. So for 2020, and this is a refresher and an update, I really do believe this, folks. The law of attraction is real. In 2019, look at that total year. What did you attract? You know, in 2019, what did you attract? Did anything come to you based on what you were attracting? What was that? Was it good? Was it bad? What affirmations did you say during the year 2019? What did you affirm? Did you get what you were affirming? What was your vision for 2019? What did you see? What came as a result of your vision? And so we're 2020, folks. Everything that we're going to attract in 2020, we're going to be able to see it, speak it, proclaim it, and it's going to come. And so for 2020, what do you want? Do you want more money for real? Or as the kids would say, for reals with an S. Like attracts like. If you consistently think prosperous thoughts for 2020, you're going to experience prosperity. See, we're going to start off 2020 and we're going to be ready to go from the gate, feeling happy and grateful for the money you already have is the fastest way to bring more. 2020, it's here. Relationships. I want you to use these principles that are solid. If you focus on another person's good qualities, then you experience more of those. If you can visualize that certain people are going to be nice to you, who are you attracting into your experience? They will show up just like clockwork. Ambition, 2020, your ambition. We're going to start this off awesome. When you visualize clearly and in detail what you want to achieve in 2020 and focused on that image, you set in motion a chain of events that eventually make it real. See, this is what we're going to put in place for 2020. Health. There are many people that are suffering health issues, health problems. Do you know our thoughts directly influence our health? Don't stress, folks. Healing the nations with vacations. And Mariana, you talked about the impact of health and vacations. Positive thoughts of wellness or love can keep people healthy and even cure illnesses. Think about how you feel when you go on vacation and you come back. Wow. An important part of maintaining health and of curing illness is to be able to visualize yourself as being healthy. It's easy to do that when you're on vacation and when you come back. What you think matters. And so for 2020, we have to employ this, folks, and deploy this. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, for it becomes our destiny. Affirmations for 20. What are affirmations for 2020? Many of us already know an affirmation is a declaration that something is true. And I want you to think about this. This is training. What do you want to affirm for 2020? Brenda, I'm still writing down those affirmations, that exercise that you told me to do. Self-talk, I'm creating that self-talk or that inner dialogue, a reflection of our inner truths or beliefs, true or false. An affirmation is a carefully formatted statement that should be repeated to oneself and written down frequently. And I write down my affirmations, and I'm still saying them. I want to change the programming in my mind and reprogram that subconscious that tells your body what to do, what to think, and when to do, when to think. The mind is instinctively responds to something it believes to be true. And if you repeat it to yourself again and again, what are you repeating to yourself again and again and again? And I like, Melinda, how you were talking about the fasting and the video that you sent me. Continually repeating affirmations with conviction and passion will chip away even the strongest resistance in the programming that we may have had growing up, that our parents may have drilled into us, good or bad. 21 days forms a habit, and I like how you said, Brenda, it may take you longer than 21 days. However long it takes, you completely transform in 2 years. Create that person. Who do you want for 2020? Just start off with the affirmations to create the person you want to be in 2020. I want to affirm this from Arlen Thompson, Coach Thompson. I want to affirm this from Lorenzo or Lucretia. I want to affirm this from Coach Tomer or Scott Tomer or Chris. I want to affirm this from Dwayne, mighty man of God. I want to affirm, create that person. Write down those affirmations of what you want to affirm in 2020, and you're ready to go in 2020. Writing affirmations, pull out your notebook. In fact, I went out and actually Brenda bought me a composition notebook from Walmart. She bought me about 5 of them. And so I'm using these. Go buy you one from Walmart and start writing your affirmations for 2020. Present tense, positive, personal, specific. Actually do this, folks. You're going to create the person you want to be, the leader you want to be in 2020. And all of this you can download from the ETTC site, but this is the business affirmations. We have one for prospecting, and for the mind in prospecting, for the action in prospecting, and the belief. Prospecting, and I actually read these every day. I wake up in the morning looking for the person who's looking for me. My action, I hand out business cards. My belief, I meet everyone cheerfully. And they're either part of those golden links in my chain of good, or they disappear from the pathway. I'm fine with it. Exposure, I enthusiastically share my business with everyone, and I do. I plan my work my plan. I'm guaranteed to find 4 aces in every deck of 52, so I'm turning those cards over. Closing, I'm an expert natural closer. ABC, always be closing. My business is win-win for me and the prospect. Everybody wins. In fact, they'll thank me for generations to come for sharing this opportunity. If you read that over again and again, you actually do believe it, and it is true. To follow up, I call on good prospects as many times as it takes to persuade them to participate either as a business partner or a Vortex customer. I follow up within 2 to 3 days. About 80% of my sales are made on the 5th call or later. I generate more money than I need to abundantly exceed my current lifestyle. I lead from the front. Glenn and Chantel, so proud of you guys. You guys always are leading from the front. I am a builder. I believe I can do it. I believe I deserve it. Do you really? Do you believe you deserve it? If you say it again and again, you actually will believe you deserve it. Your actions will reflect it. I believe I will get it. And I believe you. Vision, talking about putting things in place. 2020 is your year. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, truly it can achieve. The power of vision. What do you see? Vision means to see something coming into view as if it were already there. A lot of times you'll see the end from before the beginning, and that the Lord shows you the end, and then he backs you up to start it. Vision is when you can see it in your mind by faith and begin to imagine it, how you're going to live in 2020, a glimpse of your future. If you have that vision, it'll persist against any challenge, any odd that comes against you. It's like move to the side. Imagination is everything. Visualize your Surge 365 2020 business in your life by forming a clear mental picture of your success in 2020. Can you sit down and can you just see it? Holding this picture in your thoughts, whether it's money, whether it's health, whatever the case may be, with fixed purpose to get what you want and unwavering faith that you do get what you want this year, 2020. If you can see it, you can have it. Create that director board. If you need to update it, $10,000 vision board. If you can see it in 2020, you can have it in 2020. If you don't have a vision board, it's a simple collection of images, pictures, and affirmations of what you see. You can put whatever you want on that vision board, and when you begin to see it, sit it in a place prominent in your office or somewhere in your home so that you can come and see it again and again. You're creating a picture. And we've heard many motivational speakers that have pictures up, and they'll tell you, once it jumps off that picture and into their driveway, if it's a car or a home, and they'll go back and they'll say, this is what I had on my vision board. And many times they'll forget, but your subconscious is recording, always recording. What is that why? For 2020, refresh yourself. What is that why? Rick, I've got children, I've got parents I need to take care of. Many of us are getting older, so our parents are getting older. And so I have to make provisions for them. I want that dream home, Rick. Time freedom. I want money freedom, financial freedom. I want to be my own boss. I want to control my life, take back control of my life. I want to live to give. I want my hand when the pastor says, there's a need, or someone says, there's a need, I want my hand to go up. Glenn and Chantel, like you guys went into the community and started just helping people. I want to write checks and help people. If your why isn't big enough to make you try or make you cry, increase it. How to write your personal vision. Sit down, and again, these slides are on the ETTC site, but sit down and just think about it for 2020. What is your deepest desire for 2020? What do you want? Your deepest desire. What is the idea that's recurring? It never leaves you. No matter what, it comes back around again. You dream about it, you think about it, and it's like, man, I see this so clearly. What do I constantly imagine about my future? Do you see yourself financially free? Do you see yourself traveling the world or on cruises at different destinations around the world? What is that place that your dream vacation you've always wanted to go? What is that imagination? What would you do if you knew you could not fail? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? How about this business? What would you do if it only depended on you and no one else? You know, your success only depended on you, and you just keep going and you just keep going. What would you do? What do you see your future looking like in 2020? Do you know your life can change on a dime? Mine did. We went out to the gym after I'm like ready to give up. Brenda and I was talking about this the other day. And I'm like, it's not my family, it's not my friends, it's not my church, it's not my community. Who will join me in this business? I'm done. And next day went to the gym, met this guy. He brought 7,000 people to my team. And I went, wow. How about you? My life changed on a dime. What is the most important thing you wish you could do? Rick, I want to help people. I want to help my family. I want to get positioned to help my community, my church, my organization. You know, everything is about service. You're here on this earth to serve someone, your gift. What is that gift? That is the most important thing you can do, is serve your gift. Therein lies your satisfaction. Therein lies your fulfillment. Therein lies your value. Serving your gift is your value. And Surge, of course, will free you up to do that. What are my constant recurring dreams? What do you dream? When you lay down, what are you dreaming? When it comes back again and again, your imagination is speaking to you. You know, your imagination is your real life. What would bring you the greatest fulfillment? If I could just, Rick, if I could just, what is that? What is that thing that will give you the greatest fulfillment? Write it down. See, we're creating. You have the power to create. For 2020, I want you to really think about that. That I'm going to create my life in 2020. And that begins with you writing it down. Leaders who inspire. I'm going to be that leader who inspires people. People don't buy what you do. People buy why you do it. Why are you doing Surge? Why? Rick, I just like to travel. Okay, speaking from that emotion and talking to people will get their attention. I love to travel. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Surge allows me to travel. But I want to help people. I want to be freed up from a job, freed up from finances, to just help people. I really just want to help people. And when there's a need, I want to be right there. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Why are you doing Surge? I want you to sit down. We've got some time before 2020 actually kicks off. During this couple of weeks here or so, I want you to sit down and really look inside, get introspective and say, you know, why am I doing Surge? How do I expect it to change my life? When you can sit down and write that down, the answers to those questions, the why, and really believe it and dig down deep and pull that out and let it come to the surface. What you do proves what you believe. You're going to find an extra creativity come to you. Ideas will begin to flow. When you start working in your gifting and your why, you know, you'll move to another level. Right now, I'm at another level because I'm working out of my gifting. I'm working out of my why. And things are happening. People are showing up. People will begin to help you. When you start working in your gifting, there's people that are on your path that'll show up. That's pretty powerful because you're a leader who inspires. The goal is not to sell people who need what you have. Yes, we have Surge. Heal the nations with vacations. The goal is to sell people to people who believe what you believe. What do you believe? What do you believe is true for you? You know, when you look at Surge and you look at our motto, healing the nations with vacations, out of that, what do you believe is true for you? You know, when you start understanding for you, what does that mean? You know, not what Serge is saying, not what Rick and Brenda are saying or anybody else. You know, when you start sitting down and really looking inside and say, what does that mean for me and my vision and my family and my future? What does that mean? Your actions will come out of that. You know, ideas will come. You know, creativity will begin to flow. Strength, health, everything you need, you'll find in that. You know, when you start realizing and looking inside, action is driven by that gut feeling or that belief that's on the inside. When you start 2020, I want you to tap into that. When you tap into that, we won't have to say, hey, you know, we got the calls. You'll look at the schedule and you'll get on the call. You say, hey, I need to learn. I need to understand. And in closing, and you've heard this before, but 2020, I want this to become real because we got to get it done in 2020. 2020 is Coach's vision that he had a long time ago. He started talking 2020 vision, and as long as we've been with him since 2004. He was talking the 2020 vision. Well, fast forward from 2004, and it was before then, but fast forward even 2004 to now, 2020 is right around the corner. And that was a vision that Coach saw way back when. Ladies and gentlemen, you are the fulfillment of a vision of this company that has created multi-millionaires, multiple millionaires, and created a lot of wealth, over $3 billion in travel sales. You know, you are the fulfillment in 2020 of a vision that has been in the makings for quite some time. And here we are as the fulfillment of it. Do we know what's going to happen in 2020? Not really. We just know that it was a vision that was seen years before. And we are here. And the company, as Mariano mentioned, just expanded to 20,000 square feet for something that's being put in place for us, for our families, for our future. And so in closing, we're here for 2020. Now, I really do believe this. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book, The Outliers, he says, your wealth is created when the masses get it, not by what you're doing. I believe there's going to be a trigger for the masses to get it. We work harder now than we worked back when we was making the million. You know, it was the timing of 2006, 2007. And fast forward to now, let's set the record straight. If you want to build a 6-7-figure business in 2020, put the effort in, deserve it. Expect to spend thousands of dollars on tools and education and travel. Expect to spend countless hours reading. Readers are leaders, leaders are readers. Expect to sit through hundreds of hours of training, Chris's training, and the training that we do. You can create, by the way, this training is open up to anybody who has something to train us on. Conference calls. Ava, congratulations for doing that conference call. Expect to set appointments that people will not show up to. It's okay. It's all about you. Expect people to quit on themselves. They're not quitting on you. They're quitting on their families and their future. You got to do something. Expect to be challenged. Expect the unexpected. Only then will you be worthy and deserving of a seven-figure paycheck. Wow. And imagine, just stop right there. Imagine receiving a seven-figure paycheck. And that still doesn't mean you will get it anytime soon. But I believe, I'm telling you, I believe 2020, you're going to start seeing those $15,000 weekly checks and $20,000, $30,000 weekly checks. But when you earn it, wow, truly it was worth it. We are here at the right place at the right time, folks. Let's dig in. For 2020, let's dig in. Let's dig in as much as we can to everything that's going on. I want people to say, hey, Rick, I've got a training that I want to do. Hey, Rick, I want to do the presentation. Hey, Rick, I'm ready. I'm ready, coach. Put me in, coach. And I want you to say that. I want to challenge you to say, Rick, I'm ready. And let's do this. And we're here. Our job is to raise up leaders. Keep calm, ladies and gentlemen, and just